Sure, Ukraine. Okay, lots of Ukraine. Roz, you want to kick us off?
Yeah, what's the U.S.'s reading of the elections, and also what is the U.S.'s reading of Foreign Minister Lavrov's seeming approval of the election outcome on Sunday?
There'll be a statement from Secretary Kerry that should go out shortly, perhaps even while I'm up here, but let me reiterate some points from there. We congratulate Ukraine on the successful parliamentary elections held October 26th. The people of Ukraine made a bold and clear choice for democracy, reform, and European integration, showing enthusiasm and support for parties with strong pro-reform agendas. The United States stands with Ukrainians as they forge a brighter future for their nation and succeeding generations, and we applaud their commitment to an inclusive and transparent political process that strengthens national unity, particularly in the face of numerous challenges, most notably the conflict in eastern Ukraine. So look for that statement. So what was your second question? I'm sorry, Roz.
Foreign Minister Lavrov basically said, and I'm paraphrasing, this is a government with which we can work. It seems to be a legitimately chosen government. Again, I'm paraphrasing.
Well, I think, as you know, there are a number of steps that 12 specifically, that Russia and Russian-backed separatists need to abide by as it relates to the Minsk protocols. Certainly, this election is an important step. We saw, and as we looked at the results, and more importantly, as international organizations looked at the results, ODIHR's preliminary conclusions were that the elections marked an important step in Ukraine's aspirations to consolidate democratic elections. They also noted that the elections were characterized by the general absence of violence, by adherence to established procedures, and by lower levels of electoral violations than in previous years. So certainly we feel the vote was an affirmation of Ukraine's commitment to the democratic process and occurred despite the efforts of Russia-backed separatists to disenfranchise many voters in eastern Ukraine. But obviously there's more work that needs to be done in terms of the implementation of the Minsk protocols. Ukraine?
Yes,
oh, Ukraine. Go ahead.
In context of the parliamentary elections in Ukraine, do you have any assessment on the structure of new Ukrainian parliament, which most probably will consist of 7 parties?
I can give you a little bit of our assessment. According to the Central Election Commission, with 65% of polling results tabulated, 3 pro-reform and pro-European parties received the most votes, clearly showing the Ukrainian people's determination to see Ukraine take its rightful place in Europe's whole free society. In terms of the compilation, how the parliament, I should say, will be composed, I believe that it requires 450, is that right, seats to move forward, or a certain percentage of that. I think I have something on this. And we believe that they'll be able to reach that point. But in terms of the breakdown of party by party, I know that will be put out by the Election Commission. That's just kind of a summary view, and maybe we can talk about it more tomorrow as election results come in.
I just need to go back to Israel